have it. I think that's what he said. We don't have it. I was like, my mom was kind of shocked. I was like, Mom, they don't have it. I can't remember if I cried. I'm sure I did. I don't know. I cried when Keith Whitley died, apparently. 6 years old. Mom picks me up from school and says, oh, by the way, Keith Whitley died. I just start bawling. And I don't know, like, when, I don't know. I remember one day when finding out when Farron Young died. My sister asked me, she said, are you going to cry? It's like, no, I'm not. I'll be honest, let me just, like I said, I get 3 hours, so, I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to talk to you guys and just basically open up to you guys. Because I feel like I can. You guys listen to me, 30 listeners today, tonight, this morning, whatever time it is, apparently. You're listening to the guy who went on the air a couple overnights ago and said, good afternoon, when apparently it wasn't afternoon, because apparently I don't know that in order for it to be afternoon, the sun has to be out. When Tony Reyes died, I took that pretty hard. I took that so hard. And I did because I'm a huge fan of the Professional Bowlers Association. Just a big fan. And I watch bowling on TV. I did. And as a matter of fact, it's weird how I found out about this is that I wake up every morning and I start my day with Facebook. That's the first thing I do, probably before I even get dressed. So I get up, I get on Facebook. Now I'm Facebook friends with Robert Smith, who I met in 1999 in Milford, Connecticut, and he was so gracious to me, I couldn't even believe it. It was just, he wasn't the first pro I met that day. I actually met Steve Charles first, but I didn't have anything for him to sign. I was like, I think I said to Steve, I was like, hey, I'm Derek from Maine. I'm a big fan of the Professional Bowlers Association. And I'm 18 years old, still kind of dumb as a stick and immature as heck, I guess. So much so that I'm talking to my dad while the pros are trying to bowl, and Jeff Lizzie actually hears me, and he's bowling Jason Couch at the time. He says, shh. I'm like, looking back on it now, I'm like, oh God, if I costed Jason Couch a title, or that was preliminary match play or something. If I cost Jason Couch a match, I'd probably never show my face in a bowling alley again. But yeah, so basically, if you're just tuning in, this was a show about why I got into radio, and still is, but now it's basically B105.7 here. Let's listen to Derek babble. Thank you so much, man. I tell you what. So, when Tony Reyes died, I was pretty hard, and I didn't cry, but I was kind of emotionally a wreck. At the time, I was a big fan of bowling on the Connect. I did that a lot. I tried to do it that day. I just didn't have the heart. I just wanted to sit there. And I called my mom, and I was just like, oh my God, Tony Reyes died. Who's Tony Reyes? Oh, he's a professional bowler. And I was just like, he's the first professional bowler. I knew that Jimmy Keith died, and Jimmy Keith died of a heart attack a few years. Oh gosh. I want to say in 2003. And so, but Tony was the first national tour pro in this generation. He bowled the Tournament of Champions in 2012, which is the year he died. And so anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I see on Facebook, Robert Smith is a mess. He's just, and I've never seen him like this. I wish I could go. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to. Let me see here. I'm going to go on Robert Smith's wall. If I mention your name, I'm definitely not trying to do any harm. You've probably just impacted my life, and And, yeah, let's see. Just trying to check it out here and see if I could see anything. Yeah, because he died on September 28th of 2011. Or, excuse me, 2012. Let me see one more. Okay. So, basically he said this. And I woke up to this. This is the worst. This is the... let me get the microphone here. And again, Mr. Smith, I'm not trying to... mock what you wrote or anything about you. I'm just... You impacted my life, and I want to share this. This is the one of the worst days of my life. Tony, my brother, I love you. And will be truly and will truly miss you. I am sick to my stomach. Can't stop crying. It is like I lost a part of me. I don't even know what else to say. A great man has been taken from us, and it is not fair. So I read that morning. All right? I get up September 28th, I read that. And I'm just like, what? I'm just like, wow. So I listen to that, and I try to find out what the heck happened. As a matter of fact, what actually happened was he had car trouble that day, and he basically, I don't know, he got in a car accident, so he gets out to see the damage, which, okay, wouldn't you do that? Probably, because you don't know somebody's going to hit you. So, he gets out, and somebody hits him. And it's just like, wow. So I see that, and I'm just like amazed, in disbelief that happened, and devastated. Not as I'm obviously. Listen, when I say I'm devastated over somebody I've never met dying, I don't want to take away from the family. I mean, his wife and daughter are definitely hurting, or, probably still hurting, a heck of a lot more than I ever could imagine. Hurting over. I mean, I was just hurting because I respect the man. He's one of. He had the best attitude, the best smile. So anyway, yeah, that was just a rough day. All right, so and this all ties. I mean, believe me, I'm supposed to be talking about how I got into radio, and this all ties. Trust me, okay? There's a method to my madness. I may babble on, but I know what I'm talking about. I know where I'm going, and pretty soon you will too. And I apologize if you guys are popping here a little bit. I apologize that I'm still doing it. I apologize if you guys are listening to this and are like, oh man, he's just babbling. What the heck? So basically, hold on one second. I'm just setting up because if I'm on the air, I'm gonna do things I need to do, which isn't really much except for station ID at the top of the hour. Let me move this microphone. Okay. No. Okay. So anyway, that did kind of bother me a little bit. Not that my sister asked if I cried when Fair and Young died, but I mean, just the loss of Tony. That was just really rough because I'm a diehard professional bowling fan. And so, all right. So I'm going to basically cut to the chase here. So, went to a lot of concerts as a kid. Went to see Restless Heart. As a matter of fact, brought a piece of paper to that concert, and it said, "Welcome, Restless Heart." So, that was, again, whatever. So, all right. Now, I was talking about the Singleodian karaoke machine. This is probably a very disorganized podcast because I'm scattering my topics. And I'm not trying to, but I'm just trying to talk. And I'm not using this as definitely not putting this podcast as my resume, not being like, "Hey, listen to this podcast," because it's just me talking. If I'm going to do a podcast where I'm just going to talk, then I'm going to title it something like this. Now, on this Singleodian, there's a radio, FM, AM/FM radio, and there was, like I said, bug my mother to let me call Steve McKay, and I would actually tune into this radio station, and actually, I mean, their format was amazing. Today's hot new country. So I would listen, and I would, when they were not talking and they were playing music, I would actually get on the microphone and talk, just like I'm working, because that way I felt like I'm working at that station. And then in 1993. In 1993, I am listening again, and they changed their format a little bit. I mean, 97.1 WYOU changed. Here, let me actually do this. 97.1. I just want to sit back here. 97.1 WYOU actually changed their their style format a few times, and so they went from just regular 97.1 WYOU, and then they went to Y97 Hot Country. And as a matter of fact, I may still have a bumper sticker from those from that, and I really hope I do, because I don't think I do, but that'd be sweet. I think they were doing 1,000 songs, obviously not in a row, but they said their slogan was something like 1,000 songs. When I heard Y97 Hot Country, now Steve McKay was on the air, Mike Hale was on the air. Mike Hale and Steve McKay were the two. They were like Brooks and Dunn of that radio station, man. I believe Dutch Heiser was on the air at 3 to 6. And this, as soon as I heard this, I said, all right. Now, again, I don't know what it takes to be in radio. I had no idea. I'm thinking you can get a job in radio. It's like getting a job in radio is like getting a job at Walmart or McDonald's or whatever the case might be. I don't know what it takes. I don't know I'm not even going to say half. I don't know 1/1,000,000th of a percentage of what I know now. Okay? Knowing what I know now, let's be honest, not everybody could be in radio. If you have the drive to do it, you can be. But not everybody can be in radio. So it's not as easy as getting a job at Walmart or getting a job at McDonald's or wherever, any retail store, because you're in the entertainment business. But I was like, I want to work for this station. Now, if people from country radio listen to this, I don't think they're going to, because this is just me talking. But I wanted to do this podcast because I wanted people to know why